Hi, my name is Ken Kaplan. I'm a dream interpretation specialist. And today in this video, we're going to explore in more depth the visitation dreams from our loved ones from the other side. Unlike our regular dreams that are generated by our subconscious, these dreams are not. They are real visitations from those who have departed us. They often are highlighted by a vividness, aliveness, and lucidity and power that are not present in our ordinary dreams. As I said before in another video, one of the most uncanny aspects of these dreams is our loved ones have an ability to use the elements of our subconscious to convey messages to us. These are often subtle and sometimes not so subtle. They do this by their body posture, by their behavior. They have an ability to arrange particular scenes, locations, various symbols in the dream, or narratives. Oftentimes when we are not schooled in dreams, we miss the clues of what these symbols mean because there are a depth of message here that they want to give us. And oftentimes, unfortunately, we may feel consternation or even fear or confusion because sometimes we take literally what they say, or we do not understand the way they are communicating to us. So I want to give two examples. Years ago, I was in a library doing a talk on dreams. A woman had a dream of her father, who had died years before, and in the dream, she saw him from across the street, sitting on a bench at a bus stop. His arms were like this. He was very, very relaxed. His legs were crossed. And he was wearing a short-sleeved summer shirt, and the weather was really nice. I said to her that I thought that the posture he was assuming conveyed to her the message that on the other side, he was at ease, he was relaxed, it was enjoyable, and things were very fine where he was. But I missed something. Looking back on that dream now as I have grown, I realized that I missed the symbol of the bus and the bus stop. I have a saying that in a dream, what is absent is present. This is when the energy of something is in a dream, but it is not physically in the dream. And in this case, he was at a bus stop, which indicated that the energy of buses was in the dream. This was not a bus terminal. This was not a bus where he was with a group of tourists taking a cross-country journey. This was not like a bus in Italy or anything like that. It was a city bus stop. This is where dream dictionaries can be of benefit, for they relate shared symbols and meaning throughout the years that people have come to understand what various symbols mean in dreams. Carl Jung called this the collective unconscious. And I will talk a little bit more about that in another video. But when we look up the meaning of buses, they generally relate to mass consciousness, to a collective, to a crowd, a vehicle that's moving with a lot of people at once. And it seemed to me, looking back on the dream, he was asking her, where does your journey right now fit in relationship to the mass consciousness, which is what the bus would represent? Now, it's also true that buses can be uncomfortable, they can be crowded, they can have a lot of unpleasant aspects. It's not exactly the most pleasant way to travel. And this can reinforce the idea that the mainstream consciousness is not the most comfortable aspect of aligning oneself with. However, the way I work with dreams is if I see two possibilities, I will present each possibility to the dreamer, or more, and say which one resonates with you more, the most. Because it is the dreamer's dream. I am the guide. I cannot and I will not force an interpretation on the dreamer. I've had so many instances with dreams where I thought a dream was going, when the dreamer said what resonated for them or what they thought, it was going in a very different direction. It's my job to follow that and to help unlock the clues of the symbols. So in this particular dream, I do really feel, although the two things overlap, and of course I don't have her here now to talk to, I do feel that he was asking her, she was already at a lecture that was somewhat holistic in nature. So she was drawn already to things that might not be that much in the mainstream. And I think by using the symbol of the bus and the bus stop, he was asking her again, where does your consciousness and journey fit now in relationship to the mass consciousness? And if we had known that and discussed that, that would have been important information for her to consider. And in this way, in actuality, the dream would have acted like a psychic and would have been particularly important. I'm going to pause now, and I will pick up in a second. You will not notice a differentiation as I want to gather my thoughts for the second part of this talk I'm giving. The second dream reveals where we might have more real problems by misunderstanding and misinterpreting the messages our loved ones are sending us. I was online on a discussion on Facebook about dreams when a woman shared that she had a dream from her father in which he appeared to her when he was much younger than when he died, somewhere near his 30s. He had said to her she had so many years to live. She got very upset. She didn't know if this was a portent of doom. She was confused. She didn't know what this meant. I wrote to her and said, I'm going out on a limb, but I think the reason your father came to you at such a young age in the dream, or projected that from the other side, is that he wanted to deal with the vitality of life, and he wanted to communicate something about that. I suggested a technique to her which deals with the fact of how deeply interconnected we all were and are, and to align herself with his energy in the dream and see if more information could come forth. This is a technique I use called Gestalt or point of view technique. So she did it. And what came back to me literally astonished me. It stunned me. And I want to read what she wrote because it's important. As soon as I finished reading your text in regarding to paper, I told her to write down whatever impression she got on a pad of paper. A paper towel fell down. So I said, okay, Daddy, I will write on paper. I focused on the image of him in the dream. And what he said to me was he wanted me to enjoy my life to the fullest, which goes back to the vitality of life at a very young age. To feel that deep love and self-love and to get past feelings of mourning about his death. He has taken care of Nicole, my daughter, that passed away 2 years and 6 months ago. He said, have fun. In my business, I will succeed and help people to heal. People will line up to see you. He said the number 26 is symbolic, that he came to her at the age of 26, not 30 as I thought. I was 26 when you came to this earth. Always do not change and do everything with love and peace. Learn to astral travel so you can connect with Nicole and myself on the other side. And then, because I had talked to her about how deeply and profoundly we are interconnected beyond our conscious mind's conception, she ended with this, oh my God, I am crying. Who are we? This was a life-changing event, and this is what dreams can do when properly understanding them. Her life changed in one moment because of understanding the depth of what her father was trying to tell her in the dream, and my skill in helping her to link up to the information at a deeper level that he had to give her. The visitation dream is just one example of the ways in which dreams, through their symbols, their detail, their narratives, offer us a depth of information that is beyond profound and reveals to us our inner landscape and can change lives in a second. I have had many dream sessions with people where their lives changed dramatically from one session because of the depth, precision, and detail that dreams offer in their messages that they offer to us and their desire to help us.